So Judge Joe Brown just gave the most brutal take on Jasmine Crockett, even more brutal than someone like myself always does. So before he one-ups me, let me give you my brutal take on her in accordance with the YouTube standards, of course. Some words I can't use. So Jasmine Crackpot grew up in a middle-income household since her father was a firefighter and mother was a teacher. So any claim that she grew up poor is absolutely false, and yes, I am about as surprised as you to hear that she grew up with a father, something the black community hates doing. She went to Mary Institute and St. Louis Country Day School, a private all-girls Catholic school that raised her to be white, aka not a burden or villain on society. So basically had as much privilege as any household that had a loving family despite her ghetto black bee demeanor. She then attended Rhodes College in Memphis, Tennessee. She cites being subject to hate crimes for receiving racist slurs and hate mail in her campus mailbox, in addition to her car being keyed. In other words, she made up hate crimes to make people feel sorry for her and to pretend to be the embodiment of boss girl rags to riches kind of thing. Sticks and stones won't break my bones, and the chains and whips were on my ancestors, so give me reparations. But through her time as a lawyer and defending hundreds of Texans, she won the race against the Democrat incumbent for Congress, who happened to be another black woman. So she beat a black woman as bad as black men do in the household. But she won because she energized her base via George Floyd era protests like activism, complaining about racial inequities in the system. None of the problems she intended to solve ever came to fruition, obviously, since she didn't pass a single bill into law, and that's not a lie. But don't worry, she sponsored the Abortion Care Awareness Act of 2024, which aimed to counter misleading or false information about abortion services and improve equitable access to information. Of course, that wasn't passed, but on paper, her life may seem like she was an okay candidate, but she is fake across the board on personality. She does more work to her face, wigs, and eyelashes than she does to people she's supposed to serve. And we are left with worse fake accents than Kamala Harris and childish fake temper tantrums to boost her Instagram and Twitter numbers. Luckily, her seat is left in the trash can just like all the abortions black people do, since they do 43% of them all.
Jasmine Crockett, how you feel about her? I know you ain't really, seeing eye to eye with her, huh?
An idiot. She's an embarrassment. She says all kinds of stupid stuff. She's got a Memphis connection. She went to a private school, college here, Rhodes College, founded by the person that set up apartheid in South Africa 150 years ago. So she went to that elite private school. Then she went to, Thurgood Marshall Law School. She's a fake. She tries to be ghetto, and she's just as boule as she gets. With her wig hat on and her barn's door-sized fake eyelashes, and saying the ignorant stuff she says. I call her coonskin Crockett. She wants to be a plantation mammy who is a special category, which is a third floor bed wench. And they have a male and female in the Democratic Party, and she's one of them. Went to Rhodes College, small private college here in Memphis, Tennessee.